Here we go again. It's time for yet another battle of the Revolution. Today, I'm diving into one of the most intense clashes of the war, the Battle of Guilford Courthouse, fought in North Carolina on March 15, 1781. So what happened? Well, picture this. British forces led by the notorious Lord Charles Cornwallis, about 1,900 strong, facing off against American General Nathaniel Greene and his army of roughly 4,400 troops. Here's the twist. Greene knew he was outgunned and outmatched in experience, so he didn't plan to win the old-fashioned way. Instead, he set up his men in 3 defensive lines, intending to exhaust the redcoats as they pushed through layer after layer. The Americans' first line was made up mostly of North Carolina militia, local guys, not pros. They fired off a few volleys, then pulled back. Next up, the Virginia militia held the second line, giving the Brits another tough round. Finally, the Continental regulars, the best of the best, waited at the back, ready for a final stand. Cornwallis, on the other hand, was determined to crush Greene's forces. The British marched straight into those prepared defenses, losing men with every step. The fighting grew more intense with each line, especially in the woods and open fields around the courthouse. In desperation, Cornwallis even ordered his own artillery to fire through a chaotic melee where British and American troops were all mixed together. When the smoke cleared, the British technically held the field, but at a huge cost. They suffered about 500 casualties, about a quarter of their entire force. The Americans lost around 250, but Greene withdrew his army in good order, keeping most of his men intact. And even though Cornwallis claimed victory, his army was so battered he had to abandon his campaign in the Carolinas and march toward Virginia, where more battles would be fought. In other words, Battle of Guilford Courthouse was a Pyrrhic victory, a win so costly it felt like a loss. So, as we approach America's 250th anniversary, don't forget the Battle of Guilford Courthouse. Give the brave men who fought there a thumbs up, and stay tuned to learn about the final battles of the Revolution.